Welcome back to our online coverage of the 2009 NFL Draft. I'm Drew Smith, coming to you live via the internet here from Lambeau Field in our draft coverage. The Packers with a big move today. We hear about Ted Thompson trading all the time, usually trading down. This time, this year, he traded up. He saw somebody he wanted, decided to basically give away the next couple of rounds to go up and get Clay Matthews, a linebacker out of USC. Here's what the trade did. Let's tell you about that first. The trade was the number 41 overall that the Packers had in the second round. Then the two third-round picks, number 73 and number 83. If you remember, one of those picks was the pick they got for Brett Favre. You knew they weren't going to actually draft somebody in that spot. How hard would that be to be compared to the guy they got for drafting Brett Favre? So they traded those three away. They get the 26th overall pick and the 162nd pick, which is around the end of the fifth round, for that trade. So with the 26th pick, they take Clay Matthews, linebacker out of USC. And if you think the name sounds familiar, well, you're right, because Clay Matthews Jr., his dad, played linebacker in the NFL for quite some time, almost 20 years for the Browns and the Falcons. And, in fact, Clay Sr., who is the grandfather of Clay III, who the Packers just drafted, he also played for a while for the 49ers back in the 1950s. So it's a football family. Bruce Matthews is his uncle. He, of course, played for the Oilers, the Titans, one of the great offensive linemen of all time. Now let's talk a little bit about Clay. Clay at 6'3" and 240, an outside linebacker for USC. And he is quite an athlete and a guy that the Packers are kind of hoping maybe becomes that bookend then for Aaron Campman on the other side. So that gives them the strength then in their linebacker core that they were kind of hoping to be able to have outside guys, outside rushers, guys that can move in, move out, rush the passer, stand up on the line, drop back in coverage, those kind of things, because Aaron Campman's not going to be nearly as good at dropping back into coverage and those type of skill sets that you need for the 3-4. So the Packers, by trading up and getting somebody, now that gives them 2 first-round picks so far this year. They're not going to get any more, but B.J. Raji, the first-round pick that they got at number 9 overall, and then at number 26 overall, Clay Matthews, the linebacker out of USC. And, of course, he's known as a guy who is a selfless worker, a guy who just has a high motor, who is always in the weight room, who is doing whatever the coaches ask him to. A high-quality guy, a high-character guy, a guy from a football family who knows what it takes to make it in the NFL. Hey, if he just has any questions, he calls up dear old dad or his uncle or grandpa to find out just what it takes. So the Packers are hoping that they found another guy there to be able to help them out. We'll have, of course, a full rundown tonight at 9:30. And you can also join us from now until the end of the draft on Sunday. And we will have much, much more right here on Fox11Online.com. Don't forget to check out our Fox 11 Sports Twitter page. Plus, I'll be updating my blog shortly to talk about Raji and to talk about Clay Matthews. A couple of picks for the Packers on defense, to positions of need, and I think very talented guys. We'll also be streaming all the updates following each of the Packers picks. We've got the extended draft coverage tonight at 9:30. Join me and Johnny Gray. We're going to break it down, find out what it does for the Packers in those particular positions. We're also going to take a look at now what do they need tomorrow on Sunday. They've lost both their third-round picks. However, they've still got a ton of other picks going then on day 2. They had 5. They're up to 6 other. Now, don't forget also, you check us out here on Fox11Online.com. We'll have photo galleries of both B.J. Raji and Clay Matthews III. The linebacker out of USC that the Packers just traded up to pick. We'll also have video of them from college. All that is still to come here on Fox11Online.com. Make sure you click back and check back here all through the evening, as we'll be posting more and more content about these guys. The 2 newest Packers picked today, both in the first round. Ted Thompson, just to recap, trading up from the 41 pick, as well as 2 third-rounders to get number 26 overall and a low 5th rounder with the Patriots to go up and get Clay Matthews III, linebacker out of USC. Join us, as I mentioned, tonight at 9:30. We'll break the whole thing down and let you know what it means for the Packers. That and comments from both these guys and from the Packers, from Ted Thompson and from Dom Capers as well. So check us out on TV, on the TV side. Ted Thompson is speaking. We'll